What is up, YouTube family and friends? My name is Sharia. This is the Sharia Mac channel, where I am documenting my debt-free journey as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with a virtual private practice, along with my husband, who is a welder. Together we have a combined income of about $115,000. We are a family of 7, 2 adult children, 3 under the age of 18. And we started our journey in over $305,000 worth of debt. We are working on decreasing our debt, eliminating our debt by budgeting. We budget week to week. We do a monthly budget, then we do a weekly budget because we are both now paid weekly, and then we do debt updates at the end of every single month. I also do my entrepreneurship virtual private practice as a therapist income at the end of every month as well. So if those sound like something that you are interested in, make sure you have clicked the subscribe button so that you never miss a video. As for today, I am trying to get us caught up, and so today's video is November week 2 paycheck budget, and we will get right into it. Right, so this is week 2, November week 2 paycheck budget. We do a zero-based budget here, and so we budget out everything from week to week, and then anything that is remaining either stays in the account as a buffer or it goes directly towards savings or debt. Right now our target debt is my PayPal card, and our savings target is our Christmas fund. So this budget is from November the 9th through November the 16th. The budgeted income was $900 or $1,700, $900 for me, $800 for my husband. There was a zero bank balance, or we didn't think there was going to be anything left in the bank account, and no paycheck, no part-time pay is accrued for this week, and nothing for my husband's side hustle. So the actual income was $913.42. That's going to be standard from week to week. My husband's income was $799.40, and then there was $381.92 that was left in the checking account. We go down to savings. Savings for this week, I contributed or directly deposit $50 into my high yield savings account. My account is kept with Ally. Their interest rate is 4.25, if I'm not mistaken. My husband keeps his savings account attached to his checking account. I don't agree with that, but that's his business. Christmas, we had budgeted $75, but that's because $50 automatically goes towards next Christmas. It is automatically saved as well, and then an additional $25 is going towards this Christmas. $10 goes into my son's savings account, which we will be transferring over to a 529 in 2024 or at the end of December, and then $50 went into my daughter's college account for groceries, gas, and things like that. We go over to bills, and the bills for this week were $275.12 for our mortgage. We are now paying our mortgage and my car payment weekly. So $275.12 for this week's installment. Apple storage was $9.99, budgeted at $9.99. We paid $9.99. Honda Financial is $250.20, and I paid $250.20. My husband's wireless cell phone is $58, and $58 was drafted, and then my bonus son gets his $100 in child support every week. So the bills for this week were $693.31, and the actual was $693.31. We go over to expenses. Expenses is always where things get tricky. So we budgeted $125 for the week of Thanksgiving. We went over budget at $187.64. Still don't feel like that's too bad. I mean, it is a family of 4, but I know exactly where I'm going wrong here is I'm not making meal plans, and I don't even have an idea of what I want to cook for the following week, and so I'm spending some time going back and forth to the grocery store. So I really need to get ahead of that. Gas was budgeted at $120 and we spent $126 per car. My boy's hair was $100 and we spent $100. I still have not gone to get well, at the time that I'm recording this, I have gone and got my eyebrows and my mustache waxed, but this week I did not go, so $50 was budgeted, but the actual was $0, and that will be coming down drastically because I did go and it was $20. So well, actually it was $18 and I gave a $2 tip. And then miscellaneous was $50 and we spent $58.36, which is great. Fast food, still a budget killer. We had $0 attributed and we spent $208.23. And then clothes, nothing was in that fund and I spent $117.72. So our budgeted expenses were $545. Our actual expenses were $791.95. The debt that we were supposed to be paying for this month or for this week would have been $40 for Will's Platinum American Express, $40 for my Platinum American Express, $30 towards Ulta. And these are the minimum payments. $40 towards my husband's Hilton American Express, and then $40 towards my Hilton American Express. My son, my daughter, and I are all authorized users on my Hilton American Express, and I think I've shared in several videos, they are supposed to pay the balance at the end of every month, and then what they cannot pay I will try and cover, but I do still have access to their savings and their checking account, so if I have to take the money out, I will. But they do really well with paying it off. State Employees Credit Union credit card, I shared in the previous video that we were actually able to pay that off. And so let's see, 40, 80, that's 120, plus 30 is 150, plus 50, $200 is the snowball amount that we were able to put. Well, no, we weren't able to put $200, like $100, because I did pay the state employees, the Hilton American Express. I paid $97.14 on that. And then we were able to actually, so this is where it went. $110, which would have been the balance from these, went to the Capital One VRX, and that has since been paid off, I believe. So we budgeted $294 and we spent $236.14, which I obviously did not make a note of because I would have at least tried to make sure this was equal. So I probably will go back and see, place the difference on the target date that we are working on now. So lastly, we go up to the budget versus the actual summary and breakdown. So income was budgeted at $1,700. The actual was $2,094.74. Savings was budgeted at $235, and I actually saved $185. Bills were budgeted at $693.31, and the actual was $693.31. Expenses were budgeted at $545, and the actual was $791.95, and debt was budgeted at $294, and the actual was $236.14. That would have left us in the negative $67.31, but we actually had an overage of $188.34. And I'm gonna go in, as a matter of fact, like right now, and actually I'm gonna do week 4's budget, and then if there is anything remaining in week 4, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to debt, because our spending has kind of gotten out of hand with the holidays. We've just been much more relaxed when it comes to spending, and we've also started Christmas shopping, so it's just, I don't want us to get off track. And there is one more credit card that I really want to pay off by the end. Well, I don't want to pay it, I'm not going to be able to pay it off, but I want to make sure I'm at least able to cover the interest accruing purchases is my PayPal account, you know. So when you go down to the breakdown, I haven't really been going over this a whole lot, but this week I like the fact that because the previous week we paid over half of our income towards debt, but it looks like this week a little less than half, maybe. Okay, 41.5% went towards expenses, 36.4% went towards bills, 9.7% went towards savings, and then 12.4% went towards debt. I like working in percentages. I read a book, I can't think of, Retire Like a Millionaire, I believe, by Julie Shoshin, I think, and she in her book she talked about wealthy people talk about money in percentages. So I like to see the percentages. Anyhow, this is it for week 2's budget. This is the actual budget and the closeout. I am trying to get these out. Thank you so very much for watching. If you have watched thus far, again, if you have any constructive criticism that you feel like will be helpful to my budgeting as well as my debt-free journey, make sure to list that below. Also, I want to know, what are your 2024 financial goals? I'm kind of stuck on what I want to do. Maybe I'm not stuck, I'm scared. I'm scared to commit to it. So I'm interested to see what other people's are. I have been watching those videos all Thanksgiving break, and I still haven't really gotten any motivation to do my own. But that is definitely something I want to start working on and focusing on for the month of December, as well as my business goals for the month for 2024. I want to start focusing on those for the month of December as well. Anyhow, if you have watched this far, I really appreciate it. If you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to follow my debt-free journey, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.